Good evening. Welcome to this guided meditation session at Vajrayana Institute. My name is Wai Cheong, and I will accompany you in this 1 hour. And as usual, we will do 2 guided meditations together. Each meditation is about 20 to 25 minutes, and before each meditation, I will give a short explanation. So since we're live, you're most welcome to participate. You can put your comments or feedback, or if you have questions, you can write them in the live chat. And then in between the meditations, I will attend to them. So the first meditation is often one on calm abiding meditation. So this is probably one of the more common type of meditation where we learn to calm our body and mind of the different disturbances, tensions, agitations, so that body and mind can come back to the present moment, can abide happily, peacefully on the objects of our meditation, or what I sometimes call the support of our meditation. So I thought in this first meditation we can explore, or I just want to highlight two points, and we can explore them together. First point is the importance of cultivating mindfulness of the body, which is simply inviting our attention to come back and reconnect with our own body so that we become aware of the various sensations of our own body. This reconnecting body and mind has some profound impact on both the body and the mind. But especially for the body, it really helps the body to become aware of how much of those tensions and tightness we experience in our body are quite unnecessary. And we store a lot of tightness and holding within the body. And we can really help the body to let go, or at least some of these unnecessary contractions, by simply reconnecting body and mind, by simply returning our attention to ourselves, to our own body. It's almost like inquiring into our body. How is it feeling today? And you'll find that given time, the body will respond to the practice of mindfulness of body by really starts to loosen up and to unwind. And this will really facilitate the process of settling down, settling into meditation, at least physically. And once you're able to physically be comfortable in your posture, be comfortable in your meditation, that really helps the mind to settle down. So that's the first point I thought I invite you to explore when we meditate, mindfulness of body. The second point we can also work on is how can I help myself to go deeper into my meditation? And what are some of the tricks or some of the things that I can look out for or put my energy in? And I think one of the easiest things is really to cultivate a relationship with our object of meditation or our supports of meditation. So for example, I'm going to invite you to use the breath as the support. So what sort of relationship you have with your breath? Breath is a very common object of meditation. It's also one of my favorites. Not everybody liked the breath as an object. It's probably one of the more boring one, I suppose. Yeah, since all it does is to flow in and flow out, and that's it. But these days, especially with the pandemic, maybe we can, which is really a form of upper respiratory tract infection, we might really appreciate the joy or the good fortune of be able to breathe freely and easily. And see if you can, in this next meditation, try to cultivate positive associations with your object of meditation, with your support. So associate mindfulness of the breath with anything positive, with pleasant feelings, with happiness, with contentment, with a sense of ease and relaxation. So the more you build that kind of positive associations in your own mind in relation to your object of meditation or the breath, you'll find that over time your attention may just naturally, automatically gravitate towards the object of meditation. Your mind may naturally come back to the breath. It's almost like the breath becomes a place of refuge, a home, a resting place for your mind, for your attention. Right, so let's see whether we can explore these 2 points in this next meditation. So I'll guide you through it. And as I often say, you're most welcome to ignore me if what I say during the meditation isn't helpful or not relevant to your experience. So let's take a few moments and find a suitable posture for our body in the privacy of your own place or wherever you are meditating. I often say, just choose the posture that really suits you. Sitting upright, if that works for you, or lying down on a firm surface on your back, that might be helpful. So take a few moments and adjust your body, settle into whichever posture you have adopted. And I'll just ring this bell to signal the beginning of the meditation. In your meditation posture, I invite you to become aware of the sensations coming through beneath you, coming through at the points of contact between your body and your seat, your body and the ground. See if we can notice sensations that we tend to associate with solidity, firmness, and stability. Allow your body to feel that it is well supported, well balanced, and safe in this posture. Given time, you may find that your body can automatically begin a process of loosening, of unwinding, whereby it can let go of some of those unnecessary tightening, contractions. And when that happens, your body can settle down more and more comfortably into your posture. So I call this first step acquiring a seat for your body in meditation. And for the second step, let's take some time to help our body and mind to make that transition into meditation, to put aside other things that may have been preoccupying your body and your mind. And we do that by practicing mindfulness of body. We invite our attention to come back, to be in touch with the sensations in the different parts of our body. So let's start at the crown of the head, the topmost part of our body. See if you can, with just a light touch, rest your attention at your crown and let into your awareness sensations there. Tingling sensations, maybe a slight feeling of pressure, maybe warmth, maybe coolness, maybe nothing at all, which is perfectly fine. Just with a light touch, without much effort, allow your attention to move forward and downward into your forehead, into your face, so that you become aware of sensations in your own face. We do have a tendency to unconsciously tense up some of our facial muscles. So see if you can check in. Are you tensing the muscles of your forehead, or those of the jaw, or those around your eyes? And see if you can gently, consciously relax some of those tensions in your face. Invite in a feeling of softness, of ease and comfort into your own face. And then we allow our attention to descend, to move downwards into the neck, the throat, so that we are aware of sensations here. Feel free to move at your own pace. You can stop at any one spot if you like, or move ahead of me. This is entirely up to you. Notice sensations at the neck, subtle sensations at the throat. And let your attention flow into the shoulders so that you're aware of sensations at the top of your shoulders, at the front, at the back, in the shoulder joints. If you do notice any discomfort or tensions in this area of your neck and shoulders, see if you can simply acknowledge them and let them be for the moment. I invite you to return your attention to your own body, now to the sensations in both arms. See if you can be aware of sensations in your upper arms. Could be sensations at the level of the skin, the touch of the fabric against the skin. Could be sensations in the muscles or at the joints. Without much effort, simply with just a light touch, become aware of sensations at both elbows, subtle sensations. And feel free to continue down into the forearms, and eventually arriving at both hands, so that you are aware of sensations in the palms of the hands, the back, down the fingers, all the way to the fingertips. And now that we become aware of both arms, see if you can give permission and allow both arms and hands to rest comfortably on their support, so that you do not need to tense up your arm muscles unnecessarily to hold them up in any particular way. And we return our attention to our body, and we might have to do this quite a few times. This time to the chest, so that we are aware of sensations at the chest. Maybe you can notice the movements of the chest associated with the breath, a feeling of expansion and contraction. Notice other sensations at the chest. And if we are really quiet, we may even notice the beating of our own heart. And we allow our attention to descend further into the abdomen so that we become aware of sensations here, not just at the level of the skin or muscles, but also deep within the abdomen. Maybe we can sense different sensations from the various organs here. Sensations of the body may come in the form of heaviness, lightness, hardness, softness, or sometimes they take on the more energetic aspects in the form of vibrations, tingling. Some of these are pleasant, comfortable, relaxing. Others might be unpleasant, tight, uncomfortable. See if you can become aware of all these changing sensations within our own bodies. We let our attention move from front to the back so that we are aware of sensations at our back, upper back, middle back, and lower back. Sometimes as we return our attention to be in touch with sensations in certain parts of the body, this might facilitate release of tension, of holding. And we may find our body moves or adjusts itself automatically, spontaneously. See if you can allow it to happen. Allow your body to shift to a more comfortable, more natural position. Together at the pelvis, the pelvic region, so that we become aware of sensations here. The pelvis where powerful muscles are present. Notice also sensations of the various organs in this part of the body. And see if you can notice the weight of the pelvis resting on the support, on your seat, on the ground. And see if you can give permission and allow this weight to rest comfortably on its support. And next, moving down both legs at the same time, sensing as we go. We start at the hip joints and travel towards the knees. We notice sensations as we move. From the knees, we move towards the ankles. And then we let our attention flow into both feet so that we are aware of sensations at the soles of the feet, the top of the feet, and sensations in the toes. So now that we have traveled from the crown all the way to the feet, let us appreciate all those changing sensations that we are aware of at this moment. The different parts of the body coming alive as we practice mindfulness of the body. And see if you can allow yourself to enjoy any pleasant sensations that come out of any form of release or relaxation or tensions. Allow yourself to appreciate those feelings of ease and comfort and relaxation that may be present in your body. Rest your body in this posture. Rest your mind with the different bodily sensations. And in particular, we pick up the sensations associated with the breath. We are going to make the breath sensations the support of our meditation, sensations associated with the breath in your body. You may notice sensations of the breath at the nostrils, where air flows in and out of our body. Some of us may notice the movements of the chest synchronized with the breath, expanding, contracting. Others may notice the movements of the abdomen rising and falling. Without the need to focus on any particular spot, feel free to allow yourself to appreciate the changing wave-like sensations of our breath, flowing in and out, rising, falling, expanding, contracting. So coming back, reconnecting with the breath sensations in your body. And you might have to do this many times during the meditation. And that's perfectly normal. Reconnect with the breath sensations. And each time you notice an out breath, see if you can make use of this opportunity to deepen the sense of release. Breathing out, we release the carbon dioxide. Why not release other things? Other things unneeded, unnecessary, unhelpful. Maybe some of the tensions in the body may go with the breath. Maybe some of the agitations, the thoughts in our mind can also go with the breath. So coming back to the breath sensations in your body, each time you remind yourself, each time you recognize that your attention has wandered off, and you find yourself returning your attention to the breath. See this as building a really positive association between your attention and the breath, making the breath your support, the support of your attention, making the breath the resting place for your attention. And then see if you can expand the scope of your awareness so that you can check in and notice how your body is doing at the end of the meditation. Highlight anything positive that come out of your meditation so that you build a really positive association between mindfulness of the breath and your experiences in meditation. Highlight areas in the body where you feel relaxed, comfortable, at ease, or where interesting sensations have arisen. But also acknowledge areas where you might feel uncomfortable, tight, tense. Likewise, we can do the same with the mind. We check in and notice how our mind is doing, what is the quality of our attention. We can acknowledge any sense of drowsiness or downness, or maybe the mind is still fairly active or even agitated. So we can acknowledge that, but also see if you can highlight anything positive to come out of your practice, a greater awareness of what is preoccupying your mind, or maybe on occasion, even a feeling of stillness or calmness, or even alertness within your own mind. And we can dedicate that any of these positive effects that come out of our meditation, may they stay with us, may they linger in body and mind, so that they can continue to benefit us. So feel free to stretch, as I said, in the privacy of your own room, your own homes, wherever you are. So welcome everybody. Quite a few comments here. I hope there's no problem receiving this live streaming. So the second meditation, what I have in mind is to do something on mindfulness, to cultivate mindfulness. And I thought it's quite relevant in this day and age with all this. Recently, my friend was saying that the more information she received about the coronavirus, it seems to be more and more, the more she felt anxious about it. It's almost like everything is fine within your own home, but the more you read about it, the more news you get about it, from official or unofficial sources, or friends sharing with you, posting on your chat group and so on. Actually, you sort of increase the sense of anxiety, And so I thought, all these unpleasant feelings and thoughts, all these habits of ours that have been, or reactions have been triggered. It'd be good to see whether our meditation practice can be of any help to us in these times. So one type of meditation that might be helpful is mindfulness. And I have been presenting this particular technique or way of cultivating mindfulness in terms of the acronym called RAIN, R-A-I-N. So R stands for to recognize what's happening within your body, within your mind, within your own heart, or in this current present moment. A stands for allow, or I tend to use the word acknowledge, which is to acknowledge what is already here, instead of just having a knee-jerk kind of reaction of trying to get rid of whatever it is that is disturbing or unpleasant. Simply, have be able to acknowledge, something is happening here. May not be pleasant, but it's already here. So why not acknowledge it? And acknowledgement is actually quite an important aspect of mindfulness. It's almost the opposite of what we will call resistance or denial, both of which doesn't really help us deal with the actual situations we are in. And the I stand for investigate, or sometimes I use the word inquire. Hey, what is going on? Not so much in thinking, but with your attention. Sometimes you say, I'm feeling a bit strange, something seems to be triggered in me, physically or mentally or emotionally. So we can ask, what's happening here? What's going on? What is affecting me? Or how am I reacting to this situation? There's I. And N is stand for nurturing. In this particular version that I'm using, stand for nurturing, which means where or what am I putting the energy of my attention onto? where what am I feeding or nurturing with my attention. So, for example, I have a habit of daydreaming, and daydreaming is can be said to be a form of escape. Sometimes I use it as a way to escape from reality. Maybe the present reality is not so nice, a bit disturbing or unsettling. Might be it's so nice to just escape, let your attention preoccupied with some alternate reality in which you are in full control, you're the center of the universe, and quite often daydreams come with pleasant feelings. So I'm actually nurturing the habits of daydreaming each time I give my attention to it. Not to say that it's necessarily bad or good, depends on context. But that's what nurturing means. What do you give your attention to? And the more we give our attention to, the more frequent we do it, then we are cultivating a habit or reinforcing a certain habit. So likewise with mindfulness, we also ask ourselves, where or what are we placing our attention on? So today, this second meditation, we're going to cultivate a very important insight, which is to recognize a thought as a thought. And quite often, different thoughts may be triggered by what we read or what we have been told. And as you become more mindful of them, you can choose. You can choose to follow a train of thoughts or to say, no, maybe not. I'm going to put that aside. No, I don't have to give my attention to it now. I don't have to follow that thought. I don't have to dwell on it. My attention may be better served by giving it to something else. So this meditation is about learning to see a thought as a thought, learning to recognize thinking as just thinking, and to differentiate between what we are thinking about and what is actually happening here and now in our present reality. We might be here sitting meditating, whereas our thought can be miles away, right? So we differentiate between thinking and what I will call sensing. Sensing means with our physical senses, we are aware, we are in tune with what is happening with our body, with our mind, with our surrounding, what is happening here and now. So this very simple meditation is I invite you, as we settle into it, to be able to differentiate, to recognize and acknowledge also. And occasionally you might find you have to inquire, hey, what's going on? Where is my attention? Am I sensing or am I thinking? And see if we can, in this meditation, choose to nurture the habit of sensing, choose to nurture the habit of returning our attention to here and now, rest our attention on the breath, maybe, or other sensations in the body, the sounds in the environment. So all these are to do with here and now through our physical senses. Take the attention, energy attention away from thinking and invest it back into the sensing of this present moment. Okay, so let's give it a try and see what comes out of it. So take a few moments and settle our body back into a meditation posture. Make sure that our back or spine is comfortable, upright if we are sitting, and straight if we are lying down. And as much as possible, we try to eliminate any unnecessary tension or discomfort, especially in the back. If you are lying down and you notice on your back and you notice that there are some tightness or discomfort in your lower back, try to put a cushion beneath your knees to elevate them. So let your body find its way back into your meditation posture. Feel free to close your eyes if that helps, or you can leave them open or half open. I'm going to ring the bell to signal the beginning of the second meditation. So at the beginning of the meditation, we take a few moments, allow the body to find its way into the posture we have adopted, to get used to this posture. By allowing the body to feel that it is well supported in the posture, that it is well grounded and resting on very firm, stable support, we can help the body to begin a natural process of releasing, of letting go. The body has its own natural ability to adjust and to release some of those unnecessary tightenings and contractions. In order to facilitate our body and mind to shift gears, to settle back into meditation, we can make use of our natural breath as a support to see if you can tune into the different sensations of the breath in the different parts of the body and allow ourselves to fully experience the in breath and the out breath. For the first few minutes of the meditation, let's make the breath the main support for our attention, and we invite our attention to come back to it again and again. And each time we notice an out breath, we can make use of that opportunity to release. Breathing out, we can remind ourselves, just as we release the carbon dioxide, maybe some of those tightness and tensions in the body, maybe some of those thoughts or images or memories or comments that pop into our mind, maybe they can also go with the breath. Alongside the breath, see if you can expand the scope of your awareness and let in other things that we are able to sense through our physical senses. Alongside the breath, maybe you notice other bodily sensations, tensing, relaxing, tightening, softening, feelings of ease and comfort and relaxation, feelings of tightness, of discomfort within the body. And also maybe you are aware of the sounds in your surrounding. So be listening to sounds, sensing bodily sensations, noticing breath sensations. We call this sensing. Rest your attention with the function of sensing, here and now. Make this the support of your meditation and invite your attention to come back here and now, again and again. Coming back to sensing, resting our attention in this moment. See if we can help the mind to be content, happy, and at peace with simply being here, being now, noticing sounds, noticing bodily sensations, noticing the breath. In contrast with sensing, sooner or later you will notice that our mind also participates in thinking about the past, about the future, bring forth memories spontaneously, or engaging in daydreaming or fantasies, or we may keep up background commentaries, commenting on this or that, judging. So call all of this activity thinking, and see if you can recognize thinking as thinking when it happens, and invite your attention to put aside thinking and come back to sensing. Coming back or abiding in sensing sounds, bodily sensations, and the breath in this very moment. See if you can recognize when our attention is no longer here and now, and that our attention may on occasion drawn into thinking. Recognizing it, let's acknowledge it as such, acknowledging without being upset or frustrated, without viewing as a failure. Just see it as a normal activity of the mind, and invite your attention to come back here and now to sensing. Coming back to sensing in this very moment, see if you can, while you're doing so, inquire into some of the positive features of sensing, of being happy to just be here, maybe listening to the rain or other sounds, noticing the breath flowing in and out, or the other bodily sensations coming and going, tensing and relaxing. See if you can inquire and highlight some of the simple positive features of sensing. Coming back to sensing, especially if you notice attention is drawn to thoughts. See if you can nurture the habit of resting your attention in this very moment. Be open to the simple but relatively peaceful aspect of sensing. Being here and now, listening to the sounds, noticing, appreciating the flow of your own breath, noticing, appreciating maybe even pleasant sensations in your own body, sensations of ease, of comfort and relaxation. See if you can nurture a new habit of attention, one of coming back to the present moment and resting your attention with sensing. And then finally, as usual, it might be good to check in to notice how our body and mind are doing at the end of the meditation. And see if you can, in particular, highlight anything positive or auspicious to come out of the meditation. Notice anything pleasant in the body or mind. Associate your meditation with something really positive, helpful, pleasant, or enjoyable. And you will find that it will become easier and easier for you to return your attention to your meditation. And we can dedicate that may anything good or positive that come out of our meditation practice that may stay with us, linger in body and mind, help us to form new beneficial habits that will be of help to ourselves as well as others around us. Okay, so thank you very much for spending time with me, with one another. So even though we are not physically together, we can see one another, but I think it's still very beneficial that a whole group of us able to meet at the same time via the internet and to be able to meditate. And I hope this support is helpful in your practice of meditation. So take care and hope to see you next week. Thank you.